My name's Rusty Vries, and I'm representing City of Ashland. I'm on the council there, and one of the things that we've started is, the city's been really involved in the process. We had a big showing of almost all of our city leadership at the meetings, and it's been really instrumental in just getting communication out and finding out, really what the people that didn't say a whole lot, what they were feeling. Let's see, a lot of the work was done initially by the extension office, getting the survey out and getting people involved. We had over 400 surveys come back and 118 pages of comments for a community of a little bit over 2,400. So we had really good participation in getting the word out on that regard. Once that came back, we kind of, formed our different groups. We formed entrepreneurial support and economic development, a rec and parks, infrastructure, culture of change and vision, and arts and theater. And those groups have kind of met together and, come up with their own short-term and long-term goals in what they wanted to do. Where we're at now, since that was done in August, now it's, okay, keep the momentum going, keep things moving. How do we keep that vigor that we got once we got the results back, where we wanted to go? One of the big findings that we found is, Ashland has a really strong sense of community, and they didn't want to lose that in whatever we did. We wanted to keep that historic aspect that we've got, as we grow and develop. So the first thing that we did is came up with a vision statement. And that was done both by the committee, but once the committee did it, they sent it out and had it published in the paper, got people's opinions on it from the community, not just in the ECAP process, to try and involve as many people as possible. And in that vision statement, we came up with it's a community where you want to live your life, build your business, raise your family. We share in the vision of keeping the best of our past while striving towards a prosperous future. Very, very sense of place based, and that's very key going forward. Some of the initiatives that have come out are installing a Wi-Fi in our downtown area for people that are visiting. They can connect downtown just wherever they are. The city and chamber have both added partial budget for an economic development professional. You can only do so much based on volunteers. That's where a lot of the work comes from, but to pull everyone together on a continual basis really takes someone that's focused on just that aspect of it. So we think that's very important. The Parks and Rec group has come up with a splash pad idea and are now pursuing ways to get funding and different ways to pursue that going forward in the community. The city's also approved at the Historical Society to move into an old Carnegie library that we've got to help preserve some of our history. We've also are in the process of redoing our city website. Our old city website didn't get updated very often. It was done by someone, in their basement in their free time, and that just doesn't necessarily work real well. So the city put budget in there for that, and we've worked really hand in hand with the chamber to get that done, whereas it was something the city was thinking about before, but without the ECAP process, I don't think the chamber and the other groups would have been nearly involved in input, and now we're partnering and getting it done, which is taking a lot longer than we wanted to initially, because we wanted to have it launched, but now it's going to be done right with the proper communication out there and involving as many people as we can. That's kind of where we're at now, and we've actually scheduled quarterly meetings to get the groups all back together to just kind of keep that momentum going, because if you don't keep scheduling things going forward, people kind of get sucked into their own things. Everyone's busy and has a lot going on, so you need to keep it in front of them, keep reminding it, putting articles in the paper. Eventually we'll have a website that we can post information on and get that sent out, but we did bring up a website to kind of post all our ECAP information out to, just to keep that those ideas fresh so that people can go back and review it as well, you know, because that's important that, you know, as leadership changes, as people alludes to, you know, you still have that information going forward for the next people.